I ain't saying you didn't never prove useful." She paused to look around, probably to make sure the master vampire in question wasn't going to pop out and punish her for harassing me. "But we don't like you sticking around here." "Well, that makes two of us." I leaned forward. "If you got a problem with it, by all means, go talk to Nicholas because I'm all for leaving." Most of them didn't know I'd tried to escape and failed. The vampire hadn't dragged me back. He didn't have the ability to find me that fast. One of his powerful friends and my greatest nemesis handled the job. Between the two of them, I couldn't get free of Fairbanks. The troll's face hardened. "Trouble is brewing. Some think you caused it. But me, I'm hoping you'll be the one to fix it." "What trouble?" I asked. "Demons." Her voice grew ominous. "They're coming for us, if someone don't stop 'em. That someone should be you." These people never gave up. She was the third person to come in talking about them in the last couple of days. It had to be another ridiculous attempt to force Nick to get rid of me. Only he and his inner circle wanted me here. "There are no demons in Fairbanks," I said. "What makes you think they're coming?" "I hear things," she said in a low voice. "I got friends who tell me they're close, and it's just a matter of time before they make their way here." "Are you sure they said demons?" I asked. She might believe what she said, but that didn't make it true. I'd never run into one in my life, and I felt confident my senses would have picked them up if I had. So far, nothing out of the ordinary had come around Fairbanks. Well, nothing weirder than usual. She huffed. "What are you, deaf? I said demons, and I meant it. Don't be looking at me like I'm the crazy one." My lips thinned. I grabbed a container of non-iodized salt from the shelf behind me and set it on the counter in front of her. Felicia had told me what to do if more people came in asking about a supposed demon threat. "Here's some salt. Put it across all the openings in your home. That'll keep 'em out." "What if I leave my house? How am I supposed to protect myself then?" "If you follow some kind of religion, I'd suggest you do whatever it instructs. Demons hate dealing with anything based on a higher power, and tend to shy away from religious symbols if your belief is strong enough." Another piece of advice from Felicia. I believed in God, but avoided organized religion. If a demon came around, I'd have to hope the higher power of my gun scared them off. She frowned. "That's it?" "Yup." I held out my hand. "That'll be $5. The salt would be cheaper if she went to a grocery store, but we'd had to rush the shipment and raise prices to cover it. She scrunched up her nose and dug into her purse. I couldn't see what was inside, but she started pulling stuff out in what I assumed was a search for her wallet. First came a sealed Tupperware bowl she set on the counter. Worms moved around inside it. I didn't want to know why she carried those around with her. A brush filled with her orange hair came next. A carving knife. I took a step back for that one. Finally, more odds and ends she stacked up in front of me in one big heap. How much could that purse hold? "Aha!" She smiled and pulled a coin purse from the depths of her bag. Her gnarled hand snapped it open and took out a wad of bills, all of them wrinkled and stained with faint brown spots. She had enough to make me wonder what trolls did to get their money. Then again, maybe I didn't want to know. One by one, she began to count them out. I made a mental note to spray them with sanitizer after she left. Maybe use some gloves, too. More customers headed toward the shop at the same time as the troll pushed the money across the counter. I sensed the two pixies before I saw them through the front windows. The couple walked through the door and surveyed their surroundings. Thankfully, the troll had finished putting all her stuff back into her purse, including the salt, before their gazes reached the counter. They weren't much taller than my first customer, but they were much easier to look at. The man and woman had fair skin, light builds, and green hair. Like all pixies, they had a thing for bright colors. A family of about 20 of them had moved to the Fairbanks.